iPad Mini 4 in 2018. Let's talk about reasons why I picked this one up. You're now rocking with Rakama. Let's go. Alright, so I decided to go ahead and pick up this iPad Mini 4. Got it off of Amazon. And a couple reasons why. Let me go ahead and unbox this thing. It's still sealed and everything. Got this thing brand new. So, little does anybody know, I actually had a NVIDIA tablet. So, the NVIDIA tablet, I've had that thing for a few years. The NVIDIA Shield tablet, the OG one, not the one that came after that. I think they called it the NVIDIA KD something, KD1. I forgot what they call that one. But yeah, ultimately that had a battery issue, like where the battery started swelling on it. And so for a little while I've actually been needing a new tablet. So I could have gone the Android route, but to my experience, or to my knowledge, the last Nexus tablet they actually had out, the Nexus 9, had terrible build quality. So I kind of wanted something that kind of had better build quality, stable OS. The new Chromebook, I believe it's called the new Pixelbook, is kind of buggy from what I understand. So I'm just gonna throttle back, get something that's like simple, reliable, and something that has good build quality and something that'll last for me for a little while. And if I feel the need to, I can go ahead and upgrade to something else, like the new iPad Pro 10.5 inch, 10.9, whatever they're called. But I can always upgrade to new iPad Pros. But the reason why I kind of like these small form factor, I like a tablet that I could palm. Also kind of wanted something that, you know, I guess when I come home, I can just go ahead and, because I like to watch like streams and stuff from mobile phones or mobile devices versus, you know, having to sit posted up on my computer. So kind of just want to get something that I can chill with, and this 8-inch tablet would actually suit my needs more. And so this is the 128 gig version. So we're looking at the old specs back in the day where you had 8 gigs of, I'm sorry, you had 128 gigs of internal storage, but you had 2 gigs of RAM, and you're running with the A8 chip, the Apple A8 chip. So you're gonna have a little bit of slow speeds. It's not really gonna be too slow, but it should fit my needs really well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and unbox this. I'm gonna go ahead and let this thing slide out, if it slides out, because I don't see any tape on the back of this or anything. Let's go ahead and see what this thing is. Come on. This thing's in there tight. I slip this thing right on off. There we go. So now I've got it unboxed, and let's go ahead and take a look at some of the juice. See what we're working with. Wow, this thing does feel incredibly thin. Got the Apple logo on the back, iPad. Let's go ahead and take this thing out the plastic. Toss that stuff to the side. And wow, yeah, I could definitely palm it. So let's go ahead and power this thing on. So you've got, let's go ahead and do the tour. If you'd be able to see it from the camera. There is a lightning port down here. You've got your, I believe, mic and speaker, or you have 2 speakers down here. You have your volume rockers on this side. It's really thin. Let's see, and you've got, of course, headphone jack. This is 3 years ago, of course. So let's go ahead and power this thing on. And we've got the Apple logo for the first boot. And you also have the fingerprint sensor on this one. So I think this was, and this is actually one of the last mini model, I believe, that they put out on the, as far as the Apple mini models, they don't have any more. They haven't had anything since 2015. So as far as that form factor, if I wanted to get an iPad that's 8 inches, this was the most recent model that I can get. But I do appreciate the fact that this one is upgradable to iOS 11, which is their latest version here. And looks like it's booting. So it looks like I've got 85% charge on this thing, if you'd be able to see that. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with it. Okay, so press home to open. So here we go. So we're gonna go ahead open, and I'm gonna go ahead sign in. United States, choose a network, and I'm gonna pause the video and I'll be right back once I set that up. So we're back in. So we're at the welcome to the iPad screen. So before I even do that, let me go ahead and take a look at everything else that comes in the box. So pretty simple. You do get a, this is a, what is it, 12-watt charger wall brick for the iPad. It comes with some manuals. Also comes with a USB to Lightning cord. And that is basically it. So that's all that you get here. So you pretty much have all your usual books. Let me not tear this thing up. Yeah, all you get in here is just your manual. That's it. That's all you get for your iPad. So pretty much that's about it. So pretty simple unboxing there. So then you've got the welcome to iPad screen, get started. So let's go ahead and touch get started. And here we are at the home screen. I still think that is a waste of space for all those icons to be spaced out like that. But however, I do think the weight of this feels good. The size, the build quality is pretty much impeccable here. It's a solid device. The fact that you have a home button there also has Touch ID. But yeah, ultimately, let's see what operating system we're working with here. So let's go ahead and go to About. Trying to hold it right angle for the camera. And for what I have here, looks like we are rocking iOS 10.3.3. So we can certainly use a software update there, which I will be updating that soon. Let's go ahead and go back. All these menu options here. So right now we're at 10.3.3. I will be upgrading that to 11. Ultimately, what do I think about the screen quality? Screen quality is pretty good. You know, it's your typical 1080p display that Apple's been putting on their displays for a long time now. I would say the question is the color satisfying? Yeah, I'd say the actual, I'm not quite sure how accurate it is according to the P3 gamut, but the colors are nice. I don't think they're bad colors. Bezels, you have got some bezels around the side, bezels around the top and bottom. Of course, you've got your camera back here, and you've got a front-facing camera if you want to use FaceTime. You know, and another reason why I got this is since I'm currently still using my iPhone 10 right now, be another device that I can actually catch up on my messages, so I can use iMessage on this thing and not miss my text messages and things like that. So, but yeah, overall, I'm looking forward to using this thing and kind of putting this to its paces. May or may not review this, but for right now, this is just an item that I personally need for right now. Just as something on the side, like as I mentioned, if I do feel like, you know, my experience with this is good and I probably need something better, I can just go ahead and jump to the iPad Pro. But for right now, this is actually kind of what I need. Like the size is good, and like for texting and stuff, like, you know, if I get one of those bigger tablets, I would actually need to, like, it'd be a little more of a stretch to text, but this feels comfortable. Like I can reach pretty much the whole screen here. So, but overall, yeah, it seems pretty, it doesn't seem like it's sluggish or anything for a 3-year-old tablet. So once again, stay tuned to the channel. I'll probably have some cases and accessories and things like that for this device, because evidently I'm not going to be using this thing raw like this. But ultimately, I appreciate you guys watching and sharing the videos. So leave any comments or anything down below, or any videos that you'd like for me to do on this. Maybe a comparison between this and maybe the iPhone 10, which would be foolish, but But yeah, I'd like to, if you'd like to see maybe any apps running on this thing or any performance tests, durability tests. Well, not durability. I'm not going to drop this thing. But yeah, put any suggestions in the descriptions below, and stay tuned to the channel. Appreciate you watching. Take care. Peace.